Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Strategic Command, World War II, World at War. This is episode number 81 of our Let's Play series, playing as the Allies in this game. Russia has fallen and the war in Europe is in a dire strait. But the war in Asia is a little bit more positive. The Japanese have been pushed back in the home islands all the way to the border near Osaka. We've taken Hiroshima, we've taken Nagasaki, and we are driving eastward toward Tokyo. It is a grind, it is very bloody, it is very slow. But my hope is before the game ends in 1947 that we are able to get there and knock Japan out of the war. If we can take Tokyo, I think that will salvage a major defeat for us and turn it into a minor victory or at least a draw. But we'll see how things play out. We don't have a ton of time left, but there is, we still have about a year. So, and hopefully the best weather part of that year. So we'll see how things play out. This was taken from a live stream from my Twitch channel from a couple of days back, or maybe a week or two back now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to my live stream myself, and I hope you guys enjoy. Our next turn. Communist partisan activity in Yan'an, damaging Japanese logistics there and their income a little bit. Axis raiders are disrupting all the British convoys. We're losing the economic war there massively. I mean, you can see 32 income lost to Australia, 4 to New Zealand, 3 to Sudan, 5 to Egypt. It's just, I don't have the destroyers to try and sweep those sea lanes, and I don't want to send the fleet so far away from Great Britain again that it can't defend against an invasion should it come. We'll have to do some recon in the channel as well this next turn. We'll have a chance if the Germans start their invasion prep because it takes one turn to throw guys on transports and then they can only move one hex. So they won't be able to invade the same turn they throw most of their troops on transports. So I might be able to catch them mid-invasion if they do start prepping for the British invasion, but I've got to keep a good, clear eye on the channel to make sure that, that they don't build up without me paying attention. Spartan A112, thank you very much for the follow. All right, so the Japanese are bombing India still. Our jets are intercepting, doing some damage to the bombers. But wow, are they just hitting that ironworks hard. Apparently my fighters aren't very effective. Meanwhile, the Japanese Tactical Air Force is turning itself loose against the troops in eastern Burma. They can probably destroy those immediate units bordering us. Germans are doing some combat air patrol over Great Britain. Oh my god, they wiped out that tactical bomber unit. That's a first. That's the first time they've gone offensive with their air against Great Britain ever. I don't even think they did anything in the past against them. We'll have to see if that's sort of the precursor, if they're going to start prepping Great Britain for invasion with offensive air patrols. Enemy subs here going toward the St. George's Channel. That is, again, a very aggressive move. We haven't seen them attack our fleet directly. They seem to be trying to force an attack against our Navy. Meanwhile, Japanese Marines attacked out of Kyoto. They pulled their anti-tank unit back and swapped it out with some Marines in Japan. That may open up the opportunity. Neither of those units, well, the unit north of Kyoto won't be dug in because they just moved this turn. Yeah, old dad, new games. I think they might be preparing for an invasion, as we said, but we'll see. It does give me the opportunity in close to British waters to try and knock out some German naval units, which is about the only way I can hurt German morale at the moment. Land reorganization is what the AI is thinking through at the moment. It seems to be thinking a little bit more slowly since the fall of Russia. Japan has several artillery units in the home islands now. I'm guessing they got a big chunk of income from the fall of Russia as well. That's probably one other reason their morale went up. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get a national morale boost for Osaka falling. Usually you get a little notification that that happened, but we didn't see anything like that. Now, it doesn't say it's a national morale center, but as an alternate capital, I would kind of expect it to be. But we'll see. More partisan activity in Yan'an. Okay. So we lost a tactical bomber unit. Not a great loss in the grand scheme of things in Great Britain, but still a little bit concerning. A lot of this intelligence doesn't really mean a whole lot for me. There's not a lot I can do with the intelligence. The only, like, intelligence I'd really care about at this point is if, like, the game tells me suddenly that there's ships in the channel. Let's use our sub here to scout. So nothing in Le Havre or Cherbourg. Nothing in Amsterdam either. Well, that's bad. That cruiser's going to get sunk because it's not going to be able to retreat. Well, we detected a German battleship north of Bremen. That's not exactly news. Not really shocking that they're there. All right, let's take our destroyer here and do some ASW work here. This sub we get 1 to 3 against, so we'll do that. God damn it. Well, at least we damaged it before it dove. Pull it back to Cork where it's a little bit safer. Enemy subs are such a pain in the ass. They always dive, and I never am able to make contact with the fuckers. Well, where'd it go? Heavy cruiser did nothing against it. That heavy cruiser got some damage in on it. Alright, we'll move my carrier up. Oh, my carrier already did its 2 strikes. Get a fucking hit on the guy. This is the one thing that escort carriers are really good for, is they are tremendous at ASW work. Got it. Well, I definitely diverted my fleet away from Great Britain, but the good news is we already checked the channel. There's nothing in the channel. That's ASW concerning anyways. Move these guys to Southampton. Move this battleship to Portsmouth. We did have one other destroyer up here. Have we upgraded its ASW capabilities yet? Well, it's still just 1, right? So it's probably going to get shot to pieces versus a level... Oh, no. It can do something against a level 2 sub. Okay. So we sank 1 German sub. Their fleet apparently built 3 new ships last turn, though, because they went from 23 to 26, and I just sank 1. Alright, let's reinforce our fighters here so they can provide better cap over Great Britain after the losses they took. Lose, like, all the experience. Do I want to try and bring my carriers to bear against this battleship? 9 to 3? Dear God. That's got to be enemy land-based air, right? Flying a British fighter sweep over the continent, hoping that they're the same aircraft. Alright, so we damaged the battleship, but we lost its entire air wing. That's not economical. Alright, can we... Where are these fighters located anyway? Do we get to see that? So these guys are in Brussels? I don't know that I want to send my fleet out. This may... Wow, my battleship destroyed them without losing anything. Well, that's good. The only bad thing is I don't have any other ships nearby to support it, and both my air wings just got obliterated. I'll move this ship over here, Rodney, to see if we can't go out and help. We pulled the battleship Texas back. I'm assuming they're going to go after Belfast, which is a little bit more exposed. So we just destroyed an enemy battleship. That might actually hurt German national morale a little bit. Just a tiny bit, just a sliver. And I'm gonna, well, yeah. All right. Well, my fleet is not positioned to deal with a German drive into the Dodger Bank after losing my entire air wings there. I should have moved my battleship from the start. That guy did fucking amazing. Good job, Texas. Okay. So, any new units, by the way? The British get 2 new anti-aircraft units, which will position in the south. The U.S. gets 2 new infantry corps, and the Chinese get a special forces unit. So the American infantry will place down here, ready to deploy to Europe. We'll upgrade the fighters in New York to jets. We'll transfer them next turn. We'll, I guess, try and drop these guys. All right, there's no upgrade for this cruiser, so we'll pull it out. Is it raining over Japan? Or it's close to raining. Anyway, so if we put this headquarters into Saipan, let's see what the supply situation will be. So it's 5, 5, 5, and 3. So the attack air gets like nothing up there. But if I put this headquarter into Saipan, tomorrow's supply will be 8 here, but it doesn't change the supply forward. So I really need to bring an HQ forward. I don't understand how supply works on these islands. Like, I don't... It's very frustrating. All right, we're going to bring the 2nd Marine Division forward here. Going to try and amphibiously attack this division north of Kyoto. Our attack air here, can they reach? No, they can reach Kyoto, but they can't reach the troops north here. These guys can, though. So they're going to get intercepted. But we've got fighter escorts. We've got jet escorts versus Japanese prop planes. So we lose 2 casualties there. We do quite a bit of damage to those guys. We can't reach from here. We can hit Kyoto, though. So I guess we'll... Well, first things first. Let's see if we can't... Alright, we'll swap the mechanized troops here. Apparently there's like a... What the hell is that noise? Some kind of ambulance or something outside? Sorry if you could hear that. Alright, let's try and bomb Kyoto now. See if maybe we can advance 2 hexes at once. Our escorts really don't want to do anything. I guess we're using our escort carriers fighters as escorts. Mainly I'm just attacking now to try and lower their morale and also get rid of their entrenchment, which we succeeded in doing. We didn't do any damage to the unit, though. Alright, so defensive artillery is going to hit my mechanized troops there, but we'll do a little bit of damage. Can my armor move? Well, those guys are stuck now. Oh, I can bring the 2nd Marine Special Forces ashore and also attack the troops at Kyoto. Attack out of Osaka with that army there. Alright, so I've got to move these guys. Got to move units creatively here. Move our armor up into Osaka. Or, yeah, into Osaka. There you go. We just destroyed the enemy unit in Kyoto. I'm not sure I have anything I can move into Kyoto, though. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Nothing has the movement points to get in there. Well, that sucks. I mean, nice that we destroyed an enemy unit. It's too bad I can't send the paratroopers that way. Do I have any amphibious No, nothing's up there. These guys landed. It's too bad they can't march south. In any event, whoever moves into Kyoto will have no entrenchment, so that's nice at least. Try and wreck these guys' morale so they don't move this army in. I would think Kyoto should be like a national morale center for the Japanese. But it's not. Alright, let's reinforce. Well, I can't reinforce. I guess we'll pull these guys back to Nagasaki, put this unit. Well, let's reinforce these guys. I need to throw that HQ back on transports and move them somewhere. Alright, so we did advance 1 hex north of Kyoto. They're going to re-garrison Kyoto next turn, but we at least destroyed 2 Japanese units on the home islands this one, and we burned through a lot of their artillery ammunition for the units that they had nearby. They might move their anti-tank unit down here to try and hit at our armor. We'll see. God, I wish I could move here. I can move north. I just can't take a territory. Let's throw these guys on transports. I guess we'll drop these guys here just to get them some supply because they have nothing. Reinforce these bombers as much as I can. Can't reinforce those fighters. They already acted. Ideally, I'd get these subs back to the Atlantic. I don't have a lot of use for them right now where they are. Let's get this carrier air wing replenished. Send it to the Philippines to rebuild a little bit. Send the Indomitable north. Okay, so it's readiness 79. I'm going to keep going for this army. Keep reducing its effectiveness and morale. Again, we're losing some air casualties, but pull these guys to Guam. Keep bombarding the crap out of these guys. Their morale is dropping, that's for sure. All right. I mean, that kind of does it for what I can do in Japan. I think I'm going to move this tactical unit to Japan next turn, because its supply situation is currently abysmal. Hey Stein, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well as well. Alright, reinforce these carrier aircraft. Did you miss a nuke today, Raiko? No. I think Osaka's the last nuke. We took Osaka. It was nuked a few turns ago. But we're inching toward Tokyo. We took the province, or the territory just north of Kyoto. We destroyed the enemy unit in Kyoto. We weren't able to take Kyoto itself. We don't have the movement points to get there. But I'm assuming we'll be able to take Kyoto next turn in June, and then we'll just be 2 hexes away from Tokyo. They'll probably have to pull some of their headquarter units back, or these guys will get obliterated. So they'll need to do some shuffling of their units on the front line here. Otherwise, we'll get some pretty big advantages against them. Meanwhile, we didn't put any... Oh, no, we did put one new unit, the 3rd Rangers here. So we'll send these guys to Pearl first, and then we're going to send them toward Japan later. So they may be able to land... I mean, we could try landing north of Tokyo, although it's a bad idea, I think, from a supply perspective. I'm going to move the Smith HQ... Maybe we'll even move it into Japan to try and help our invasion supply situation. I'm not sure yet. Alright, their morale is in the tank. Okay, so I think that's it here. Guess we'll move these guys in that direction as well. Did Japan build any new ships this turn? No, they did not. We'll also throw these troops on transports and move them to India. We'll move Monty up to the border up here. I can't operate the... Oh, they're not on a rail line, are they? Oh, well, we'll throw them on transports. They should be able to unload at Karachi. These guys are digging in. I might send the 4th CMF 1 hex west, so we can see there are German tanks here, heavy tanks in western India, but I'm hopeful that they have no supply. Well, let's just see, I guess. They don't. So we attacked and damaged them. We'll see if they pull back out. Our supply situation there next turn should be decent. They may attrit away to nothing, so we might destroy a German heavy armored unit there pretty easily. I'd love to re-invade through Iran and get some of that oil back. Upgrade this anti-air. We're going to pull these guys back out of contact. Wish I could undo 2 moves. But I can't. We may try and invite Japan to move into western or eastern Burma just to see if we can't get them stuck in a rough supply situation. Move these guys toward the Torgurt Pass. We could try and cut in behind them. See if we can't cut their supply situation off. I think there was a headquarter unit here at this crossroads a couple of turns ago. Leave these guys digging in the front. Try and surround these Japanese troops up at the front. They have terrible morale, by the way. By the way, did Japanese morale fall at all with the loss of Osaka? No, it didn't. Great. That sucks. Alright, so we kind of did our Japanese stuff. The new units, the Dare to Die Special Forces will deploy here. I think we already did our British stuff as well. So, not sure I've got a whole lot else to do. Could keep pounding these German tanks with Artie. We'll keep leaving our troops near Syracuse to dig in. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the 1st Army south here to Syracuse, and then next turn I'm going to use both these armies to try and attack the 5th Panzers with a heavy bombardment from artillery to see if we can't maybe destroy a unit or so. I mean, the Germans have 153 units. It's absurd. how much they have. All right, so we'll purchase some new units. The UK, I guess, I don't even know if fighters will come in time to fight. How about destroyers? They take 6 turns. Fighters take 7. Jesus. All right, but at least these guys are cheap because they're a reinforcement unit, so we can actually build multiple fighter units here at a discount. So the British are now building some stuff that we're really not going to be able to use pretty much ever. The Americans have 526 points left. I mean, we could build several cores. They'd arrive in time. So 3 American cores are under construction. We're finally starting to get in the economic game, but it's a little bit late. This is PvP, or PvE, sorry, Lake. I'm not playing any human right now. This game does have multiplayer, but it's turn-based, so it doesn't really work all that well for trying to stream. Alright. Let's see here. I think we're good to end this turn, right? Is there anything I'm missing, guys? Did I forget about anyone? I think it's it. Hey, Newhauser. The invasion of Japan, it goes slowly. We destroyed a unit north of Kyoto today. We took Osaka a few turns ago. We did destroy the unit in Kyoto, but I didn't have any more movement points to move units in to that base, unfortunately, which meant that the Japanese will almost certainly re-garrison it tomorrow. But tomorrow is another turn and another day, so we will pick this up next time, I guess, and that's where we'll just leave it. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please leave your thoughts down below, and until next time, as always, this is the Historical Gamer saying, once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.